Hey, Bob, you're watching Dolly Vision.
The evidence seems to indicate that you're watching Dolly Vision.
What is up, my beautiful people, and welcome back to Dolly Vision. Tonight, we got a lot of stuff to go over. We're going to be talking about the Michael Monkey Vaughan case, okay, what's going on in Fruitland, Idaho, and it looks like Dolly might be taking a trip out to Idaho here soon. Of course, we're going to be talking about Sebastian Rogers and what's been going on with that case, and of course, the two little kids missing out of Nova Scotia, Jack and Lilly Sullivan. But first, guys, make sure you leave your DNA on that like button just in case Stacy Wander tries to kidnap you. Okay? He's a weirdo. He could break out right now. Next thing you know, you could be missing, and we're going to need your DNA and your fingerprints on that like button just in case I got to track you down like a damn bloodhound. All right? I'm going to need that. Also, if you're brand new, sub up the channels. Well, the channel, not channels, but I do have channels, so you can sub up the channels. But sub up, ring the bell for notifications, and of course, feel free to share my ugly face anywhere, okay? Anywhere with your meemaw, your pawpaw, your grannies, your aunts, your uncles, cousins, best friends, mother. You know the routine. You know the routine. And we're here for some late night true crime. You're in the right place, right? You're in the right place for some late night true crime. So Stacy Wander, the man accused of kidnapping, unaliving Michael Monkey Vaughan, is back in Fruitland, Idaho, and appeared in court today for his arraignment. All right. Brandy Neal was in court. Okay. I didn't even know he was back already. But, you know, they had 30 days to pick up Stacy Wander from the jail there in Arizona and bring him back to Fruitland, Idaho to stand trial for, of course, the disappearance of Michael Monkey Vaughan. Also, they have charged Sarah Wander, which is his wife, okay, that was with him that day. Right now, Brandon Shurtleff is in custody for something else, but he hasn't officially been charged in the disappearance of Michael Monkey Vaughan yet, but the word is it's coming. Now there's one other individual, Adrian Lucian. He hasn't been charged yet, but according to the docket, to the affidavit that was filed for the the arrest warrants, it said that we heard Stacy and Sarah say that Adrian had left, that he wasn't even there. But come to find out, the police say he posted a selfie at the Wanderer's house after the time they said he was allegedly gone. So he was there. In the affidavit, they said they kidnapped Michael Monkey Vaughan. The motive would have been to sell him, to give him to Adrian Lucian so he could sell this kid into trafficking, like sex trafficking, which then they basically put some duct tape over Michael Monkey Vaughan's mouth. Trigger warning, guys. And they stuff him into a book bag where allegedly he either died from positional asphyxiation or just asphyxiation from the tape being over his mouth. And they threw him in the back of the truck and drove to Brandon Shirtlif's house, where they hid him until the stuff blew over. And then they brought him back to the house there near Brandy, where he was kidnapped from, and buried him in the backyard of the home. Of course, Stacy goes to jail. Sarah and Brandon don't trust Stacy, so they move Michael Monkey Vaughan into that what location we still don't know. Okay, so this is sad. Rest in peace, Monkey. Absolutely. And it's horrible for Brandy, but listen, the good, nothing's good in this, but I'm thankful that Brandy is starting to get her health back. She looks like she's gaining a little bit of her weight back. She did have a liver transplant, and Brandy was on the way out, right? It was really scary, ups and downs there for a little while, and we didn't think Brandy Neal was going to make it. Now, I've told you guys, when this guy goes to trial, Dolly is going to be there, okay? Now, I think he's going to be in court December 15th and December 16th. So it looks like I'm possibly looking for me a plane ticket to Fruitland or close to Fruitland, and so I can drive into Fruitland. That's usually what you got to do, because Fruitland's a small place. So you're going to have to fly into one of the major cities, rent a car, and drive into Fruitland. So I may be there December 15th and 16th, if that is correct. Okay, I still got to double check that, make sure that that's what's going on, because I want to be there to support Brandy Neal, and I want that devil to have to look me in the face, right? Because I told him, I said, hey, if we find out you did this, I'm going to be there to watch you go to prison and rot. And, Dolly is a man of his word. If I tell you I'm coming to watch you rot in prison, I'm coming to watch you rot in prison, if all things work out perfectly, right? This moon and stars have to align to make this happen, because, it's pretty last minute for me, and it's right at Christmas. Really bad timing. I mean, usually the timing of these things is always so horrible, right? It's just always so horrible. And the crazy thing was, I was watching some news about it today, and they showed my banner that I put up 4 years ago. I live in Fruitland. I'm going to that, the Payette County Court. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you're going to be there. Okay. I'm going to try my best to be out there myself. But the news showed my banner today that I put up 4 years ago. So, that banner has been all over the country, because I flew to Vegas with it, right? So it's been from Virginia to Vegas, from Vegas to Oregon, and then Oregon to Idaho. So that banner you'll have to land in Boise Airport. Yeah, I know, because I track tickets, because when I first went, I set it up to where my email tracks the lowest price ticket to Boise, and it's done that for the last 4 years. So it always sends me messages. You can get airplane tickets for like $300 right now, $400. But plane tickets have been really high lately. And I do have a little bit of money on the travel fund that we raise on my Gibson Go to travel stuff. So hopefully there's enough for me to be able to make these trips that I need coming up to support Brandy Neal. or at least some parts of it, you know. But like I said, the news people today, you know, they were talking about it and they showed my banner and it looked good. It still looked just as good as the day I bought it 4 years ago. Because you know, them banners are not like they're not like the solid banners. They're like screens. And what they do is they take these screens and they print them. And they were a little pricey, a little bit more than a regular banner, but they last years. Look, the Summer Wells one lasted 4 years. Michael Monkey Vaughan's banner's still up. So what they do is they take a screen and they paint it so when the wind blows, it don't rip the banner apart. The wind blows right through the banner, you know, because that's usually what happens to these banners. The wind gets them and they tear up. But with it being a screen that's painted, the wind blows right through the screen and it don't rip the banner apart. And they've lasted years. I'm even surprised. I think that was one of the best investments as a channel we could do, because at that time so many people were raising money for billboards and they were stealing it, right? They were like, some YouTubers took the money and ran. They never came back to YouTube. They raised a bunch of money for Summer Wells banners and then they just disappeared. So I remember coming up here going, look, we're not never going to raise money for banners because too many people steal, and I don't want to be involved in something that's related to things being scammed, but I'm going to put banners up. So it's more affordable and it's more practical because, you know, what can, you know, a $3,000 billboard that stays up for 30 days. What good is that when you can put a $250 banner up and it stays for 4 years? Now, at that time, we wasn't even a big channel. We didn't have much money. So if I knew they were going to last so long, I would have put them bitches up all over town. I would have spent a good 1,000 and put them up, you know, all the way down the interstate, all the way down the main route into Fruitland, and more places. And coming, moving forward in this, now that I know that they last so long, we're going to be putting a lot more banners up in places when we go there. You know, the next time I go down to Tennessee, we're going to be putting up some big Sebastian Rogers banners. I've been thinking about putting a search party together myself, going down there for at least a weekend to Nashville area, and right after Christmas, and putting a major search party together, putting out flyers for the search party, trying to get volunteers from all over, people with dogs. We're going to try to do the whole thing, is what I've been thinking. I was making lotion today, right? For everybody that buys my products, soaps, body wash, and lotions. So I was making a bunch of lotions today, and I was just sitting around, you know, filling bottles and mixing stuff. And I was thinking, man, you know, I've been talking about all these people need to search. If we put one big search together for a weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and hit it pretty hard with like 100 people, I think that would Chief says count me in. You know, so we may need some help promoting this for right after Christmas, because I want to be home for Christmas, of course, and then right after Christmas, before the new year or right around New Year's, we take a weekend, we organize, we invite everybody out that wants to search, whether it be Chris or Katie, Seth Rogers. No fighting, no arguing, no YouTube shit. Just get out there and try to find Sebastian Rogers. Okay, but that's neither here nor there. But I just want to touch in on that. Oh, and for everybody that's been asking me about lotions and stuff, we restocked the store today. So with body washes, all my lotions, all that stuff is back in the site. And all my soaps, 50% off, the cheapest you can get them right now with promo code Dolly Rocks, all capitals, all one word, Dolly Rocks. Okay. Dolly, I'm about 5 hours. Okay. Well, if you're willing to volunteer a weekend, that would be great. Or if you're just willing to volunteer a day, the more people we can get down there as a search party, the better it'll be. So I'm thinking sometime after Christmas, we put that search party together for this. Now, like I said, it may end up that I have to be in Fruitland, you know. I mean, I don't have to be there, have to be there. But I think, this channel here has been, what's up, Matt? You're more than welcome to come up with me. Late nights, I'm starting to open it back up to people to come up here with me. All you have to do is show your thumbnail. This is the link to get in, Mab, if you want to come up. And I don't have to be there, but I want to be there. This channel has supported Brandy from the beginning, one of the channels that have. So I would like to be there with her while we try to get justice for Michael Monkey Vaughan, if financially possible. If not, then it is what it is, and we'll keep working towards that. And because when he gets sentenced, I know this. I'm there. I'm there if I have to walk to Fruitland, Idaho. Okay, if I have to damn hitchhike to Fruitland, Idaho, I am going to be in Fruitland when he gets sentenced. I can almost damn near guarantee you that. We got Mab in the back. All right, turn your camera off, Mab. What are you doing, Mab?
What's good, Dolly son?
Okay, so they got Stacy Wanderer back in Fruitland, Idaho. He had his arraignment today. Brandy Neal was there in court. We're getting ready to watch a news video on that.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's good news, and they got one chance to prosecute this man because if he gets away, they can't never charge him with the death of Michael Monkey Vaughan again.
Double jeopardy.
Double jeopardy. So this is a one-shot thing. We got one shot to see this man go to prison. If not, it's basically over.
Do we have shirtless Brandon?
They have him in custody, but he hasn't been charged yet.
I think he's the one that grabbed him.
I do too. And it's just a matter of time, right? Just a little matter of time before they charge. He's definitely getting charged because he's named all in the affidavit for the warrants for Stacy and Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
So they wouldn't name him that much, and if they wasn't going to charge him. And they confirmed he was the one on CCTV that was seen in the area that day. So he's done because there's no way that they could have kidnapped Michael without him having something to do with it.
Right. What about Adrian?
Well, he was at the house. They confirmed that he was at the house because remember, Stacy and Sarah kept saying he left. I think they might have been a little scared of him, like because he was involved in the whole trafficking thing and may have been a little bit worse of a criminal. And they were covering for him for some reason because really he was the motive. They were going to sell that kid.
He was from down here in Oakland.
So not a good dude. He also lived in DC here in the bad area of DC. Alex, thank you so much. Dolly Vision. This is Alex. Not good. Not got our food yet. Okay, Alex. That is a PJ question, and I believe it will be there tomorrow. Okay. For all the people we bought Thanksgiving dinner for, PJ got some of them out today, and I think she's gonna get some of them out tomorrow. You may be in that that group, Alex, but make sure you send PJ an email at pjvision22@gmail.com. pjvision22@gmail.com, because we're going to make sure you get your stuff, and we got 4 more to ship out tomorrow, and there's going to be some more giveaways tomorrow for Thanksgiving. So already, Mab, we've been able to help 15 people, and thank you for you and Mrs. Mab donating to that cause.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because my original plan was to help like 2 people, and now it's done turned into 15 people. So and we got a few tomorrow. So by the time we're hoping 20.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, 20.
Yeah, and that's what we're hoping. But if we don't hit 20, we don't hit it. But that would be a nice number to hit. So I think we got 3 more going out tomorrow too. So if a couple more people sponsor, we will hit that 20 mark, which I think is absolutely great.
Yeah.
So but Alex, no worries. You didn't have to donate. You could have just thrown, I know y'all guys are going through rough times right now. So you could have just threw stop signs in the chat. I would have read you. I read people's comments. You don't have to super chat me for to read your comment.
Yeah.
I ain't that bougie. Not yet. Okay. That's next week. Next week you want to talk to me, it costs you $5. All right.
After
but this
you get
week
100,000, then
this week it's free. I'll let you talk to me for free this week. But next week
that 100,000 plaque on the wall, then you're gonna have some problems.
Yeah, when I get that plaque on the wall, then it's $19.99 to get me even look at you. Okay. I'm playing. So yeah, I'm gonna jump over into this real quick, Mab, and we're gonna watch this video. Share screen, entire screen, boom, boom, boom. Let me back this up because I was watching a little bit of it earlier. All right, let's add this. Add the stage.
News 6, I'm senior reporter Don Nelson outside the Payette County Courthouse and Jail, where Stacy Wander sits in a jail cell. He is back in Idaho.
No
accused
bond.
of killing young Michael Vaughan.
There's my sign.
You have no heart. You have no soul.
Randy Neal, the mother of missing Fruitland boy Michael Vaughan.
Hold on, I gotta pause it. Did y'all see my sign? Right here, look.
Oh, I see.
Look how good that looks after 4 years.
Sweet.
It looks like it needs to be tightened up a little bit,
Yeah.
like maybe a couple of the zip ties broke
Mm-hmm.
up here where these other two rivets are. So I had it nice pulled tight, and like I said, you see how you can see through it because that's
Mhm.
because it's a screen. It's not like a vinyl banner.
So the
And
wind goes through it.
Yeah, so the wind goes through it. That thing has lasted so good, and it's still bright and colorful. And yeah, so I flew all the way across the country to hang that banner right there.
I remember that.
I'm glad it's still there, though. I'm glad that, and that's on the major highway right there. So everybody has to pass it. That's why I put it there. And I knew nobody would mess with it. I said, it's low because you could walk right up to it and take it down if you wanted to. See how it's close to the ground?
Yeah.
And people were like, somebody's just going to snatch it down. I was like, nah, this is a nice area. Nobody's going to snatch down a thing of a missing kid. And I was right. They didn't. It's still there. So crazy.
Sounds like a nice community.
Yeah, it's a real nice community. Right where that banner is, that's the community. When you go right past this banner, you take a right, and that's where the splash pad is. So this is right before the splash pad when you go into Michael Vaughan's neighborhood.
Cool.
So I can't remember who designed that for me, honestly. Somebody designed it for me. Oh, it was at that time I had this girl that was from I remember she was from Australia or Germany, but she was designing all the bands. She designed the Summer Wells one. She did this one. I don't even know how to get in contact with her no more. I think she took down her Facebook for something, and I've never been able to get a hold of her since. But she was designing all those banners for me, and she did a good job on them.
You're pure evil. You have no heart. You have no soul.
Randy Neal, the mother of missing Fruitland boy Michael Vaughan, was in the courtroom Monday to face Stacy Wander. Wander is accused of murdering her then 5-year-old son in 2021. I asked Neal why she went to the courthouse on Monday.
So hopefully he could see my face. And I need to be at every one of the arraignments and the hearings. I need to know where my son is.
Brandy looks so much better, man. She looks like she's gaining weight back. She was looking like a skeleton there for a while. So,
what was going on with her health wise?
She had a bad liver. When Michael went gone, she turned to that bottle like a lot of people do, and she had been drinking leading up to it. And then, if you don't take care of yourself, it leads to health problems. And not only that, but stress and depression, make you drink. You get depressed, you try to fight those demons.
When you're depressed, that down and that depressed, and your immune system is that low, I think the alcohol does more damage than it would otherwise do.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Stress alone will kill you. And then, her worrying to death and drinking, trying to fight those demons at night, it just tore her health apart. And then, now she was fighting for her life, and she still has a long way to go, so prayers for Brandy Neal that, she stays sober and she stays away from alcohol, and she takes good care of herself and her body, and her liver is able to heal everything back that was messed up before this, and still even though she's got a new liver, she's still under a world of stress because now this dude is in jail. He's going to court. You can still see the worry in her face.
Yeah. Does she have any other kids?
And what they did to him.
Yeah, she has a few kids.
Okay.
Buggy, her daughter, and she has some teenage kids. And then last year for Christmas, we actually bought her kids Christmas presents. That was part of our wish list last year. Was we helped Brandy Neal.
She looks kind of young.
She's not that old. She's not that old. She's younger than me, a lot younger than me.
She's definitely younger than me.
Yeah, I mean,
She
listen,
looks to be about in her 30s.
I think if she's in her 30s, she's in her late 30s
Okay.
because she has some teenage children. So I would say she may be in her 40s, but early 40s. Does anybody in the chat room know? I don't even know how old she is. I'm sure I can find out.
In the entirety.
Stacy Wander is also charged with second-degree kidnapping and destruction of evidence. His charges were filed just 2 weeks ago while he was still in an Arizona prison on unrelated charges.
Stacy Wander has been transported up from Arizona to Fayette County. He just arrived here this morning.
In 2022, Stacy Wander and wife Sarah Wander were named as suspects in the case. Stacy was already in custody, and Sarah was charged with failure to report a death. Police excavated the yard of their Fruitland home, but found no evidence, and Sarah's charges were dropped in 2023.
Would you think you'll ever get the answer as to why?
No, because there is no answer to why. Why would somebody hurt an innocent little boy? What answer could you give? What answer could you possibly give? How scared was he? Did he ask for me? Did he ask for Tyler? I don't know.
Okay, so right there, y'all can kind of see the layout of where they were at. They're on Brandy Street right now.
Oh, I don't know if I want to know that, but I think I deserve that.
Neil feels Monkey's presence with her every day and says Michael's younger sister talks to him all the time. Neil says her daughter learned at a very young age about the bad guys.
I think her last comment on the bad guys is the police can catch them and then she can kick them in the face. And I was like, okay.
Fruitland Police Chief J.D. Huff told
That's
me he's
from Buggy.
limited in what he can say other than he is pleased to see this case progressing through the court system. Stacy Wander is being held in Fayette County without bond. He is expected back in court for a status hearing on December 15th, followed by a preliminary hearing on December 16th. Idaho News 6 will be there. Reporting
Okay, so yeah, it is the 15th and 16th.
from outside Fayette County Courthouse and jail, I'm senior reporter Don Nelson, Idaho News 6.
Where's Adrian at?
And we're carrying out.
All right. Where's he at?
I mean, is he?
I don't know. He just recently got a traffic ticket in I think Minnesota, somewhere crazy. He's not in DC anymore. We know that. But he was recently hemmed up for something somewhere else too. But he's not in custody. Did I lose you, man? Oh.
So they buried him and then moved him.
That's what it appears. That's what the police are alleging. And that's according to the confession of Stacy Wander. Stacy said that he told when he was in jail that the baby was buried in the backyard underneath the grill.
All right.
So, of course, with that, he, gave more details about how the baby died and what they did. And then they searched the yard and the baby wasn't there. But cadaver dogs hit on the yard. And then they pulled some other evidence out the house that they never told what the evidence was. And then when they went to Sarah, the wife, she said that Stacy had killed the baby. So both of them confessed to a crime, but they told different stories.
Huh.
So, why would
they got enough evidence to make a conviction?
I don't know. That's a scary thing because they don't have the body. And then you have two different confessions, I'm hoping they can convict them with what they got. I truly am. And they may know more and we just don't know yet.
So was it Brandon that moved the body?
It had to have been Brandon that moved the body because Sarah and Brandon were still together at the time. And when we talked to Sarah, I think we're the only people to talk to her while she was in jail like that. And she said that she couldn't be around Brandon because she was so in love with him.
Oh Lord.
And it was bad for her relationship with, because she was married to Stacy, and that she just can't be around Brandon without lusting for him, kind of thing. Right? She was that, and it was like, you know, kind of like throw up in your mouth, because, you know, I'm
Yeah.
sitting there listening to the whole phone call, and you know how girls talking, you know, so she's having some girl talk with PJ, and I'm just sitting there listening to it, about to throw up in my mouth, recording it, and because I knew instantly, as soon as I recorded, I was turning it over to the private investigators and all this stuff. So everything I did, I knew before I did it that it was going to the private investigators, into the police.
You were never able to release that publicly.
No, I released it.
Oh,
The
you
phone
did?
call. Yeah, I had to wait a long time before Brandy Neal gave me permission. Everything I released as Brandy Neal told me I could release it.
I don't remember hearing the
phone call.
I must have missed it.
Yeah, she talked to PJ, Rachel J. Oh, and you leave one more hateful thing on my page, and I'm going to block you forever off this channel. I read some stuff you posted on my page, on my Jimmy Jams TV thing, and if that's the way you feel, then you don't need to be on this channel, girl. You pack your bags and hit the fucking door.
Who's
Right?
that?
Don't, Rachel J. Don't say nothing else slick like that. I'm gonna give you a chance that you bumped your head on a rock, and I'm gonna let it slide. But you say something crazy again, you'll be blocked permanently on this channel. Okay? Don't say nothing crazy to PJ like that. That shit ain't cool. If you want to stay here, matter of fact, you better apologize to her, because if you don't, I'm gonna block you. So I don't play that. That's my other half. You got something to say to her, it's just like saying it to me. So anyway, where was I at, Mab?
You apologized.
She better. She better.
We were talking about the interview with Wandra, the phone from PJ, and
yeah, yeah. So she basically, you know, just she made it out to be like she didn't have nothing to do with it. She I think is a little more savvy when it comes to criminal activity, right? And she's not as loose with her tongue, right? So she's like, she's really methodical about what she says. And you know, because she has a lawyer, and the lawyer told her not to do no interviews. So she didn't really know that I was recording her, you know. But Virginia's not a consent state. I don't got to have your consent here to record you. So, and I ain't got to let you know I'm recording you.
When I talk to anybody, I just assume I'm being recorded.
That's the best way to be. That whatever you say can and will be used against you in the court of law, right? So don't do that stuff. You know, don't say nothing you wouldn't want your mama to hear. You know what I'm saying? Don't, you know, but I don't usually do dirty things behind the scenes. Like if I got something to say to you, I'll say it in front of everybody, just like I did to Rachel just now. I don't hide nothing. I say what I'm thinking. You know, it's just my mouth works faster than my brain does. So
I got that problem too.
Yeah. And I can't remember exactly what she said. I just know it was something mean, you know, and I read it and I was like, how dare her say that mean shit on my page? You know, I've never been disrespectful to you or treated you bad. So don't come in here doing that to us.
Yeah.
Right?
Paula and Piggy has been a member for 14 months.
14 months. That's a long time. Now, if I was disrespecting you, I can understand maybe a little disrespect back, but when I ain't never did nothing bad to you, ain't never said a bad word about you in life, and people like, I don't know. I don't know what situation where she hit her head to think she could say something so rude and like there's no repercussions. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I don't know. I think it was something about she got blocked and then she got unblocked and I don't know, but she said something mean. I can't remember. I'd had to go back and look, but it probably pissed me off, so I'm not going to do it tonight. You know what I'm saying? So, Yeah, like very little evidence. I mean, circumstantial evidence, I think we have a lot of, but far as physical evidence,
Their own confession.
yeah, their own confessions. Cold November Rain gifted one Dolly Vision membership. Thank you, Cold November Rain. Yeah, well, I always mix Stacy and Sarah up because they both got girl names. You know, Stacy's a girl name to me,
Yeah.
and then you got Sarah. I just and Sarah, she's the odd one. You know,
She's supposed to be the psychotic one, right?
I guess, but you know, honestly, I still think it was Stacy.
Did she come off as mentally ill to you on the phone call?
No.
Okay.
Not at all. Not at all does she come off mentally ill. Matter of fact, we can play the phone call, man. Give me a second.
All right.
Let me find it. Dolly Vision.
I never heard that one.
You never heard it?
No. I remember you saying you couldn't release it yet.
Yeah, we
ended
up releasing it. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. I got it. Exclusive jail interview. I released it 10 months ago.
The evidence seems to indicate that you're watching Dolly Vision.
It is Dolly and, of course, the lovely PJ back in the house again tonight. And dude, we got a video for you. We have actually been sitting on this phone call for like almost a year now. And this phone call got, turned over to certain people. We ain't going to say who, law enforcement. Okay. And we've been waiting to share this, but we had to have permission first to share it. So we got the okay to share this audio from this phone call with Sarah Wandra. Okay, if you don't know who Sarah Wandra is, it is the wife of Stacy Wandra. Now, we've been hearing from Stacy for days, right? But we ain't heard nothing from Sarah where you are tonight. Now, I'm going to tell you this phone call is a little old because we couldn't release it until we got permission to do so. But PJ had a nice little conversation with the one and only Sarah Wandra, which I had to tell you, she's a little bit of a weird chick. But before we get into that, nothing's changed here. You should leave your DNA. Where, PJ?
I don't like button.
On the damn like button, people. Sheila, that's where you should leave your DNA. So go ahead and take a second, like this video. We'll skip ahead a little bit. So we can get to the phone call. We share screen right here. Oh, wrong button. And it's no video. It's just audio. So give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. Now let's get it going.
I'm towing a car. So, I didn't know what I was doing. So I needed Stacy to tell me what to do, right? What to do, which way to turn, how to turn it. Because he's the one that knows how to tow things.
Okay, before I get this going right here, ma'am, I had to tell y'all, there was a few phone calls to Sarah. Okay. All of it wasn't recorded. There was a few just, earning that trust to get her to talk to us, phone calls. And she had tried to call a few times, and some of the calls were actually missed. So this night we called her, and PJ answered the phone, and I was in the other room. So it starts about 2 minutes into the phone call because I was in the other room, and then I came out there and I started recording the call.
Gotcha.
Well, how come you wanted to learn how to tow? That's a manly thing to do. I wouldn't even wow. And I drove an ambulance at one point.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Oh, you just wanted, I said, how come you wanted to learn how to tow the car?
Oh, because I never had towed a car before.
Is that like a service you guys were offering to people?
Well, we were thinking about possibly opening it up to be that when we got a truck, but, because the truck we had, I wasn't really sure about towing things.
Let's talk.
But we did tow it, and we got the strap.
I don't know that everybody here knows the exact story. And the reason that I'm asking her why she was wanting to learn how to tow a vehicle. So, should we give them any kind of replay or what's going on? I mean, I'm just randomly having a conversation, and I know a lot of people know, but a lot of people don't, I don't think. Because that was their alibi. That was their excuse as to why they left that neighborhood at 6:30, was to go pick up Brandon's car, which she later in this phone call says that he didn't even technically have permission to take, and then tow it.
Give them the rundown. Give the people the rundown.
Okay, so this is Sarah Wanderer. She's married to Stacy Wanderer. They're the 2 out of 4 prime suspects on the disappearance of Michael Monkey Vaughan, and I'm basically talking to her. I'm not an expert. There's nothing here that's oh my God. So don't expect to hear some bombshell tea or anything, but I'm asking her why she decided that she wanted to learn how to tow the vehicle, because that was a big part of their story. As Stacy said that Sarah was the one that was towing Brandon's vehicle, and that she'd never towed a car before, and that she snapped the strap or something at some point.
And that's why they pulled over by the landfill. Okay, here goes that nightmare landfill story again. And so Stacy got out to check the straps.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so. And you got to remember, some of these questions, even that I asked Stacy, we were asked to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's certain people out there, we can't tell you who, but they wanted us to ask certain questions, and they wanted us to be friendly. Not that we're usually friendly.
Well, I mean, I'm friendly with everybody. This is.
You're not even friendly with me.
Yes, I am.
All right, listen, you ready to get back into it?
This is how I can talk to anybody. I can talk to my worst enemy just fine, just like this. It's not like we're best friends, but I mean, I'm asking her specific things to see if she'll have a response. But the only thing I kind of messed up, which is why I'm kind of I hate that we're doing this, because I feel self-conscious, but it's I should have let her talk more instead of finishing some of the sentences for her.
Well, you'll learn as you go.
I know, but it's just, I'm a perfectionist, and I know that's not reasonable.
I mean, when you start off in true crime, you got to, I've gotten better at talking to people. I
have a PI certification. It's not just I just started in true crime yesterday.
I know, but what I'm saying is, as you interview people, you'll get better at it. Is what I'm saying.
It was just so important to me that it just kind of sucks that I messed it up a little bit.
Okay, let me back it up for the people, since we stopped and gave them a rundown of what's going on. So this is Stacy's wife. She is one of the key suspects in the disappearance of, matter of fact, it's the person that Stacy said did it.
She said Stacy did it, so.
Yeah, so here we go.
So, I didn't know what I was doing. So I needed Stacy to tell me what to do, right? What to do, which way to turn, how to turn it. Because he's the one that knows how to tow things.
Well, how come you wanted to learn how to tow? That's a manly thing to do. I wouldn't even, wow. And I drove an ambulance at one point.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Oh, you just wanted, I said, how come you wanted to learn how to tow the car?
Oh, because I never had towed a car before.
Okay. Is that a service you guys were offering to people?
Well,
yeah, this video is from 10 months ago, but the interview took place a year before that. So this interview has to be almost 2 years old.
Yeah.
We had to wait almost a year to put it out. So I would say it's at least a year and a half old.
Yeah, I remember hearing about it and that you couldn't release it.
Yeah. And I mean, we could still try to get in See, I don't think Sarah even knew this video even came out. So if we really try to get back a hold of Sarah, I'm pretty sure we could. We could probably still get Sarah to do a little talking.
That might be helpful.
Maybe.
We were thinking about possibly opening it up to be that when we got a truck, But, you know, like, because the truck we had, I wasn't really sure about towing things in it. But we did tow it, and we got the strap broke on it when we were towing it, and we had to get a chain. But,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
I don't
you
know.
basically just came back home and seen the neighborhood all crazy and just got blamed for it and had no idea. That's crazy.
Well, here's the thing. They said that we were leaving around the same time that it might have happened. So, according to like people, you know, in the neighborhood,
That's exactly what happened.
HOA. So there's, you know, uppity people there.
What time did you guys leave?
We left around 6:30, and then we didn't get back till like probably around 11, between 10 and 11, I would think. And it was late because it was dark outside, and that's why I was like, why is everybody out in the neighborhood? They had big, giant strobe lights shining everywhere.
So you're saying you guys didn't even get back until after 11, and then so why did Stacy said you and Brandon went on foot to go look for Michael?
When we got back, we didn't go on foot to look for him. He probably didn't realize we took the car. But we went to go get some drinks from the gas station and to help look because all those people were in the neighborhood. So we went to try to like drive around to see if we saw anything suspicious. We didn't go out very long. We probably were only gone like maybe 10 minutes because we just realized all these people were there. So
See, here's the thing: is Stacy said that they were left on foot. They didn't take the car. He said they were gone for over an hour. You know, her story is way inconsistent with his. So you got both of them giving confessions that the other one killed the baby. And then their stories, even though they were both together that night, are completely inconsistent of each other, which is
one thing that I remember about this story that can't be true is that Brandon blew the spark plugs out of his car. That ain't possible. That's not possible to blow them out of the car. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a mechanic. I wouldn't know.
Am, so I know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I know that their story was full of holes. And, you know, Stacy herself said that he's seen a kid in the neighbor's yard. How would he know it was in the neighbor's yard? And allegedly that Michael liked to go into that neighbor's yard to get the boy to play with. So they seen him. I think they were stalking him. And honestly, I think this, I you know, trigger warning for anybody out there. I think Stacy may be in the kids. I know what creepy as that sounds, you know, and I think this was something for him to, because, you know, he was letting that dude sleep with his wife. So maybe Brandon grabbed him for him. You understand what I'm saying, ma'am? I mean, that's a little gross, but you know, we're dealing with monsters, and I wouldn't put nothing past these monsters.
I thought it was a monetary thing that Adrian
it may be because that's what the police are saying, that it was monetary.
Adrian was going to traffic.
Yeah.
It's like, it don't necessarily need my eyes, but yeah.
Well, so you guys left at 6:30 to go get Brandon's car for him. Did you go into Brandon's house? Because Stacy's been around telling the story so many times. It's hard to put together like why they would think that you were guilty. And Brandon supposedly wasn't supposed to even be at his mom's.
No, like because his mom was out of town, so like he had to ask her because they have a security system to where if he called her, she can open up any lock on her door from her phone. But so he had her open the garage, but he didn't want his mom to know that we were there to take the car because it was his car, but it was his car that he's buying from his mom.
That makes sense. So you guys just kind of snuck into the side door, or like his mom?
No, me and Stacy, we waited outside in the truck while we waited for him to get everything situated.
Oh,
We
that's
didn't
funny
even
because
go.
Stacy was saying how you had to pee all the time and that you had to go inside to pee.
No, I didn't go inside to pee. That's weird. No, I went. I don't think I did. Maybe I did. I don't
She
know.
always sounds like that.
I don't know. It's been a long time, but that sometimes those little details like that just slip me. But,
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, I can imagine, and I don't know. It's like it's hard to comprehend how that happens, and then all of a sudden you're being blamed for something so terrible, and all you guys were doing were going to help Brandon get his car. Do you still talk to Brandon?
No, not personally. The reason why I don't talk to Brandon anymore is because he wanted me to leave Stacy and be with him, and I didn't feel right about it. So I told him that we couldn't see each other anymore because it's not. I don't know. I can't be around Brandon and not want to be with him.
Yeah.
Because he had picked up so much stuff for me that my husband was not doing for me, and so I quit seeing Brandon because I didn't want to add anything more to like the chaos. To be honest, it's so chaotic.
Well,
Okay, guys, if you're just coming in, make sure you hit the like button. Do you want to address what she said so far? And that's for all you guys listening tonight. Make sure y'all hit the damn like button. Ain't nothing changed.
Stacy said that she peed on the side of the road.
Yeah, she just shook it off like a Polaroid picture.
Yeah.
No wipe or nothing. Just hit it and get it.
Yep.
And I don't want to think about what Brandon was doing for, oh my God.
Oh, no.
I was trying to, but now that it's fast forwarded, I don't remember what I was going to say.
She's saying, she cut off communications with Brandon Shirtlift because she liked him so much that he was doing things for that Stacy wasn't.
Right.
I
was talking of something before that. Thank you, Sylvie.
So thank you guys.
What was she talking about before that, though? There was something she said before
Going in the house.
Oh, because of the fact that Stacy made, I'm asking her questions based on the stuff that Stacy had been saying while he was doing his tours. And one of the things that he had said, and that was important, was that they parked out of sight on the side to where you couldn't pick their car up on the camera. And then she had to come to go to the bathroom because she couldn't hold it, and she had a bad bladder and she was pissing on the side of the road, all this bad stuff. And then the fact that Brandon wasn't technically supposed to be going into the house at all. So I was kind of just trying to reiterate all the stuff that Stacy said and going through it with her to see if she would say the same story.
Yeah. Okay.
Stacy said that Brandon had brought his clothes and that he changed clothes when y'all went to Brandon's house that day.
How Brandon said,
he brought a duffel bag with clothes. And I know you had just posted something about having a laundry business you were trying to start up.
Yeah, I never did get the laundry thing started up. Nobody ever responded to me.
See, what that makes sense, man. If they got a laundry business at his house, why would he take his clothes over there to wash them at his mama's house that he's not supposed to be at? Why wouldn't he just wash them where they had a washer and dryer?
So they just went over there to get his car, but he
went in and washed clothes.
So that explains the duffel bag.
Yeah, well, the police are alleging that they had him taped up in the duffel bag, and by the time they got to that house that he wasn't moving or responding, and they hid him in the spare bedroom for a couple of days and then came back and got him because at the time they went over there, Brandon Shirtlift's mom was out of town.
So it was kind of an accident that he passed.
Well, they're saying either positional asphyxiation or, well, this is what we're assuming, or actual asphyxiation from him not being able to breathe because the tape being over his mouth and him being jammed up in that bag.
Okay, well, just the zipper being closed, the oxygen depletion.
Yeah, not good. That's a horrible way to go. Any way you look at it is something like that. And that's pretty much, remember the lady with the bat and the suitcase and was hitting the dude every time he tried to get out the suitcase? And then he died from asphyxiation and not being able to breathe inside that suitcase.
She took it all out on him when he was in that damn suitcase.
Yeah, and then she basically went to bed and left him in there, and he died.
Yeah. And she
my laundry thing. So it was a good idea.
Yeah, you guys are very creative with your businesses.
Well, actually, it's all been me. Stacey does not. He's not like creative. He goes off of what other people say and stuff.
Man,
I mean,
when he did his first interview, I think he was saying that you were trying to call him, and everybody in the chat was like, yeah, put her on the phone. And he said that you weren't able to be on the phone or something. And there was like the girl's channel that he was on, she had like 30,000 subs. And like the whole chat was like, put Sarah up on the phone. We want to hear her side of the story. And he was like, no, she's not allowed to talk.
Sarah's an all case. Yeah, I agree.
Wow. Yeah. So there's this lady from the Chicago Tribune.
Yeah.
She wants to do an interview with me. But I talked to my lawyer and
that's it. Sarah Boone was that lady's name.
Yeah.
Man.
He told me to like that I should probably think about more like that stuff when I got out rather than in here.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, the stuff that Stacey's been doing is basically just like YouTube stuff. Like I have a tiny channel. My boyfriend has a pretty decent sized channel. And so like we follow true crime. And so it's been like a really interesting story we've been following. But like Stacey even went on to like a psychic lady's channel. Did you see
his
been everywhere on like all these YouTube channels? Did you see his video on Donna Serafina's channel?
No,
He was on Donna's channel.
Was it? He went on the psychics channel. Okay, thank you, Jax.
Thank you, Jax.
What was it? Well, I don't want to get too off topic from this interview.
I was telling her he's gone to every channel he could possibly go to, even the psychics channel.
Okay.
I don't remember. I mean, it's been a minute.
Yeah, because he was trying to make money. He wanted money from everybody for the interviews. So he wasn't just willingly talking. Everybody paid him to talk. You know, he realized that these people would give him a few bucks and post his Cash App, and that's why he continued to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and then I really don't know. He has a tendency to go on and try. He loves attention, so.
Yeah, I think that's human nature a little bit. But yeah, it seems excessive.
Hey, Tony, here's the link.
I don't know. It's too much for me. I'm trying, you know, to just make it through every day in here sometimes. And it's frustrating because people actually believe that news crap, and like that's exactly what it is. It's crap, absolute crap. And it's gotten like one time I went to the chow hall here, you know.
Yeah.
And I sat with my friend that I had made, and she had other friends that were gonna sit down, and they sat there and they're like, "Who are you?" And then I told them who I was, and all I said was her name is Sarah. And they got pissed off, stood up, and refused to sit there.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, bro, you know.
If you was in jail, man, would you want to sit near a baby killer?
Nah.
Yeah, she said the girls knew what she was in there for, and they didn't want to get near her, and they were mad that she sat at the table. I wouldn't want to sit near you either.
Not me.
You don't even know me, and you don't even know anything about me, because if you did, you would know that this was a load of crap. Just like all the people that actually do know me, they all are sad that I'm having to even go through this. They all tell me, "Sarah, I'm so sorry you're having to go through this," because I've had to go through hell before this. Like being with Stacey has been
What's up, jet lag?
And being you know, before I was with Stacey, I was in prison before for what they call robbery and ID theft. But the robbery one was actually a $40 tank of gas.
She stole a $40 tank of gas and went to prison?
That you, Tony?
Yes, mate.
Okay. All right. We're still going to play this. I just want to let you in. For robbery. Yeah. That's what she said. I'm sure there was more.
How did
to
I
it.
miss that while I was talking to her?
And the whole thing is they like to rob people. They were talking
Mhm.
about, remember Stacy and Brandon and Adrian were talking about robbing prostitutes, that Adrian wanted them to set up a site so that they could rob these prostitutes and act like women so they could get money from guys. So they were basically scammers and criminals, and
yes,
and they did do some legitimate businesses, but they were trying to make money any way they could. If they had to rob you, if they had to give you a ride, whatever. Does anybody remember that they were making profiles of women to get guys to come over so they could rob the guys? Yeah. So they were setting up all these dummy accounts of people, and apparently the Adrian guy was showing them how to do it, and their job was to get the people over there, and he was going to rob them. So I don't know how that worked out for them, if they ever robbed anybody or what, but that was their motive, was to break the law, and they were basically scamming and just being robbers and criminals. And they had guns. This were bad people. And guys, this neighborhood is so nice. It's like a quiet little country neighborhood, and then you had these scumbags living right in the damn middle of it. It may be.
Oh my God.
I went to prison for $40 in gas, and that's only because I used to sell Cutco knives, and so I had a Cutco knife in the car with me. So they deemed it as a robbery rather than a Class 3. So it should have been a misdemeanor charge, but it turned into a Class A felony in Oregon. So that's what they and that happened over 10 years ago. But they used that in my trial this time and used it as a reason why they shouldn't let me out.
Well, who was that guy, Tyler? Was it Tyler that Tanner filed, or you had the incident with? Because nobody talks about him.
Tanner?
Was that Tanner? He's another person you guys just decided to help out and let live with you guys?
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that we did. Not all the time, but we did a few times. And Tanner was one that we were helping out. He said he got kicked out of his aunt's house because he talked to his mother, and his mother was apparently someone he shouldn't be living with, and so the aunt got mad that he was talking to her and kicked him out of his house. So he'd been sleeping on the streets for a couple of days, and he was a taxi customer that I had on the previous week before that, and we had a good conversation about God, me and Tanner did, and so I just felt like it was an okay thing to have him over, because here he was, talking to me about God, and
you thought you were helping minister to the guy.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Then, it was our 4th year wedding anniversary when all this happened. So me and Stacey did not get to get our dinner, and I had hardly anything to eat that day, and they barely let me have some of the pork I had made. I had made some pork for us previous days and put it in the refrigerator, and I asked them to bring it to me because they were going to let me sit in the cop car and starve. And I'm like, no, I'm diabetic.
They should have let her ass starve, man. I don't think she's a big girl too. I think she would have made it.
Yeah. They could go about a month without a meal.
Hey, while you guys were talking earlier about Stacy admitted that he let his wife sleep with other men, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you think they come to a compromise? This is why I think it's all Stacy. Do you think they come to a compromise? She can sleep with whoever she wants for her sexual needs, and as long as he gets to do whatever he wants with his sexual needs.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was that's what it was, that he was into some freaky stuff, and since he was letting him sleep with his old lady, I think Brandon got somebody for Stacy. I mean, that's what I truly think, because it was something he said that made me think that. He said when he was talking to Brandy on a live, he said, I've never been accused of FSAing no kid, but nobody had said nothing to him about that. And he just came out of nowhere with it. And it made me think, why would you have that on your mind unless you've already been thinking about that anyway? You know what I'm
Why
saying?
is he defending himself against it?
Yeah, the more it comes up, that hit my mind. I was like, no, man, I gotta call him. At least say that part.
Yeah, I mean, but the police think the motive is they were going to sell the kid, like Mab was thinking.
Yeah, it said $10,000 or something.
But it could have been both. He could have wanted to assault the child and was going to sell the child. I mean, it could have been a little bit of both.
I need you to please let me eat something,
Yeah, because that can be dangerous.
Yeah, it really can. It's kind of like you're like beginning my insulin, like sometimes 40 minutes before dinner. Like, it's not always good to do that, but my blood sugar has been so high that it doesn't really matter too much.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, it's been in the 300. It's supposed to be 100 times 50, but it's been in the 300s and 400s.
I just can't. It's like I keep replaying what you said about how you just got home and then all of a sudden you're like the suspect of this horrendous thing. And I didn't want to talk about her freaking blood. I'm like I didn't want to talk about her blood sugar, and I didn't know how to easily transition back into talking what I wanted to talk about. So I was just like, so
you're trying to keep it on the Michael Monkey Vaughan subject, and she kind of keeps just wandering off into her own world.
Me, myself, my blood pressure, my blood sugar.
Yeah,
they wouldn't let me eat food. I go, lady, I don't care. I'm sorry, but this poor kid is missing, and you're the prime suspect. Like, I don't.
Yeah, and they blaming each other. Stacy's blaming her. She's blaming Stacy. And when they dropped the charges originally against Sarah, they dropped them with no prejudice so they could bring them back if they ever had to.
Did she go in for a mental evaluation?
At one point she did. And they were saying she was crazy. But I mean, you're listening to her talk. Does she sound crazy?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Did she make any admissions in this phone call?
No. She didn't make any admissions in this call. She just basically had a contradictory story to what Stacy had been saying. Their stories didn't add up. So we needed both of them to tell the story to match them together, and their stories didn't really match.
Gotcha.
But far as Stacy was more said shit that incriminated him, but Sarah is a better criminal. She's real careful about what she says. She seems to think about what she says before she says it. And that's what I'm saying. She's more calculated. So how is she the crazy one when she's the one that thinks before she speaks?
She's more intelligent.
Yes. But here's the thing, is it ain't just like one crazy person confessing. It's two crazy people confessing to the disappearance of Michael Monkey Vaughan. And for the longest time, we've been hearing Stacy for a straight year, but we haven't heard nothing from her until, I guess you guys, I have, but you guys are just now hearing it.
Trying to imagine what I would do, like, if I were you. That's crazy.
You're gonna do what?
No, I said I was just thinking back to what you said, how you got home and got into your neighborhood, and they all of a sudden are accusing you of this terrible crime. I just can't get past that. Like,
I know, I can't get past it myself. It drives me. It's like, really, it literally makes no sense. It just doesn't make any sense. Even like if you look at the map of where we live, because that night when I went to go after everybody was watching and I went to go help look or whatever, that was the first time I've ever been on that street. There's no reason to go down 9th Street because 8th Street's the main street, and the main street connects to the big main street. that goes through town. There's no reason for me to go out of my way and go around on 9th Street. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. The whole
Well, I don't know how many of y'all been to 8th and 9th Street. I've been there. 8th Street is the main street. And where allegedly they broke down is at the corner of Arizona. And when you sit there, it's a small block, like a small city block. So technically a half a block, and it's 9th Street. So she knows good damn and well where they were parked that truck, they could see 9th Street. Now she says she's never been down it. The neighborhood's small as hell, right? So I don't believe that. I don't believe she had never been down 9th Street. I believe she knew exactly where 9th Street was. She's been down 9th Street. The whole little neighborhood ain't but a few blocks.
So they weren't really broken down. It just had the strap had broken.
No, Stacy said that they pulled over at the corner of to put power steering fluid in the truck.
Gotcha. I remember that.
He also said to pick up his snuff.
That was at the splash pad.
Oh, splash pad. Yeah, pick up his chewing tobacco or dip, whatever you want to call it.
When you first take the first right in off the main road into the neighborhood, the splash pad sits right there to the right. It's like the first thing you see when you enter the neighborhood. You go down 2 streets, Arizona's on the left. You go up a block and you take a right. That's where Stacy and Sarah lived. So when they came out their house, they came down, took a left on the 8th, and they stopped at the corner of Arizona. If you take a right on the Arizona, the first street is 9th Street, and that's right where Michael Monkey Vaughan lived. So when they pulled over at the corner of Arizona and 8th, but you can see 9th because it's a really small half a city block. It's not even a full city block. It's like a half a block. It's maybe like 4 houses, and then it's 9th Street. So, and then 9th Street runs straight down and turns right back into 8th Street. So you can go down 9th Street and it'll take you right back to 8th Street.
And so this neighbor kid, Monkey, was probably looking to play with this neighbor kid.
And he was out in the yard and they seen him, and probably Brandon Sher. I think they were stalking him. Truly, because why were they at the splash pad earlier that day?
What is a splash
you would
pad?
have
Is that
been.
like a water
Splash pad is like a little water park.
Okay.
Where there's like a little fountain in the ground and it sprays up and kids run around in it and play. And there's
Gotcha.
like slides. It's like a little playground, but it has a little tiny water park in it.
Gotcha.
And they can play and run around in the water and jump in the fountain and stuff like that. And they were seen there. Here's the thing. If you're a grown ass man sitting in a park full of kids and you don't have a kid, something's weird about you. You know? I mean, I've been to the park, but usually I'm there with my kid. You know, so imagine just sitting around there looking at other people's kids and you ain't got no kid with you. That's a little strange. So I believe they were absolutely stalking Monkey, and they were looking for a kid, and they knew where he was at. They had watched it, and they planned this. They absolutely planned to grab this kid. This wasn't something they did on the spur of the moment. They planned this attack.
But they didn't plan on him dying in that duffel bag.
I don't know. You tape a kid's face up and stick him in a duffel bag. What do you think's going to happen to him?
Well, they're idiots, so they probably thought they were going to sell him or something. They opened it up and he was already gone.
I mean, it's possible, but I don't think it was no accident. I think whatever they did on purpose, because he started screaming and crying and they couldn't control him. They thought he was going to grab him. He was going to sit there and be all calm. Michael wasn't stupid. He probably raged and was screaming and crying like any kid would be if somebody grabbed him.
Right.
You know, people, you know, he was old enough to know they wasn't his parents.
Stranger danger.
Stranger danger. Yeah, absolutely.
Thing doesn't make any sense.
More scared of your mom.
Hey, Jessica. Well, that's different than what Stacy said,
Mhm.
because Stacy said they pulled over there and he seen that kid playing, and then he said the kid was older than Monkey. Remember?
And this is why I believe it's so important to actually allow people to come up on channels, because some people are so against people that are involved in these cases to come up.
Mab.
Yeah.
Tell everybody to like the video. They won't listen to me.
Hey, you bush dwellers out there, get out the bushes. JLR got out the bushes. He ain't got no more cones. Get out of them bushes and hit the like button.
Get the like. Y'all heard Mab. If Mab says it,
hey there.
You got to do it. Tony, tell him.
Playing.
Hey, I'm gonna say, Dolly Vision, best one on the tube. Hit
There
that
you
like.
go. Hit that like.
Hey,
Y'all heard
become
it.
a member. Be even better. Become a member, and guess what? You won't even have no ads.
There you go. There you go.
On the channels, he had never mentioned seeing a kid until he was on Brooke's channel.
Yes. So now you can see the inconsistencies in their statements between the two of them, right? Well, he's saying he's seen a kid. She's saying she's never been over there, right? Which one is it? It can't be both. If he's seen a kid and he's saying he was over there, right? Then there's Shauna, the live is on the left. The video we're seeing on the right is me and PJ 10 months ago. Consistencies in their statements, but he's blaming her, saying she did it. He's pointing to where the body was at. Now, truly, what I think in this is she didn't trust.
He knew she moved that body.
Yeah,
he thought he could get out of jail just by telling them a random place, and they didn't find him. And he thought he was still going to be out of jail. But he knew with how he said what he said, he already had known when he was giving them that confession. He knew she had already moved him, because he said to get in front of it, he was like, well, if she happens to have moved him, he has to be over at Brandon's house.
Yeah.
Like he already was like predicting what had already happened, in my opinion.
And the scary thing is why did they pull over at that landfill?
Why did he tell you that it was a landfill?
Yeah.
Like, I pulled over on the side of the road, period.
And this is the importance of getting these people to talk, is because they're saying things not knowing, or they may not have said to the police.
Yeah.
You know, that he's seen a child, that he pulled over at the landfill.
He never said that to the police.
The whole landfill thing, I know. And that's one of those things, like, you know, it's been so long now, you know. And see, now, I'm sure the police, you know, they have units that listen to this. Now, I would testify against Stacy, you know, because he did tell me that he seen a kid that was in the neighbor's yard, you know.
So how far is this landfill from the road?
Well, it was across the street from where they pulled over and checked the strap. But here's the thing is they had to have took the child back. So I don't think Monkey's in the landfill now, because they had to have took him back, because when he reported it, he said they buried him in the backyard of the house. And the cadaver dogs hit on the backyard of the house. So I think at some point they did take him back to the house. They just waited for it to cool off. 2 days later, they hid him in a room at
Shirtless Mom's house.
Shirtless Mom's house, according to the police affidavit. And then, of course, they took him back, buried him in the yard. So maybe the landfill don't have nothing to do with it. It's just coincidental that the strap broke across from a landfill.
So what ultimately did they do with him?
That nobody knows. That's the $1 million question. We don't know where he went from the time he was in that backyard. There's no telling where he went.
So Adrian disappears shortly after this, right?
Yes. Yeah, Adrian Lucifer disappears shortly after this.
Maybe Adrian did something with him.
Maybe, possibly. That, I mean, we don't know. Brandon knows. That's who everybody believes. That's who Brandy Neal believes is Brandon. Brandon did something with him, and I think that's the belief. And I don't think nobody knows but Brandon.
Do you remember an interview with Brandon in Idaho or somewhere, and he was in a hot tub drinking beer?
Yeah. With JLR. JLR hit him up and did the interview with him.
That's right.
So, and that's what I'm saying is he acted like he wasn't too concerned and it was all nothing. But, you know, if I was Brandon right now, I'd be talking up a storm, because he's next to go down. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to blame him. I know they are. He's going to get all the blame put on him in this, because Stacy's going to say it was him. Sarah's going to say it was him, because they're married and they still communicate with each other.
Yeah, and they can't be compelled to testify against
each other. Yeah. So they're going to pin it on Brandon. And if they're whatever it is, though, they're going to prison, because they're going to tell on him. You have to tell on yourself.
What evidence do you think they have? Do they have this duffel bag?
I don't think so.
Damn.
Yeah, I think that this is the part that scares me far as going to these legal trials, that there's not much physical evidence. There's only circumstantial evidence. But look at Cody Bigsby's dad.
Yeah.
Circumstantial evidence. They didn't have no evidence against, no physical evidence against him whatsoever. All circumstantial evidence. And he was an eyewitness of the kid not moving, not that eyewitness of him killing the kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The little boy testified that he went to wake his brother up and his brother was non-responsive, that he didn't wake up. And then he was just gone. But he never.
Did he abuse that child, or did he starve that child?
He abused that child.
Okay.
He beat that child. And because he had already stopped bringing it to his mother or letting the mother see it, because I believe he had been abusing that child for a while. But neither here nor there, they had no physical evidence against him, all circumstantial. And within 45 minutes, they convicted him of second-degree murder.
Can't understand how these grown-ass men can do something like that to an innocent little child.
Horrible.
Jake Harrow, for instance.
Yeah.
To a daughter.
Punk.
And
It's
not
called a
spend
punk
damn day in
AB.
jail, and then do it to another child. It's beyond my comprehension.
Well, yeah, he should have been under the prison. He should, sad as it is, Emmanuel Harrow should have never been born.
Right. He should have been in prison, and it would have never happened.
Yeah, he should have been in prison. So, I mean, even with what we got to pray. This is where it gets scary, and that's why I want to be there. That they get convicted. Now, listen, I'm batting 100 when I show up to court. Everybody I show up for gets convicted.
You better get there then.
I know. I'm like the good luck charm for conviction, right? That's what I think. Because every court case I show up to, there's a conviction. I ain't seen nobody walk yet. So I don't think Stacy's going to be the one. I think when you sit there with a jury and you start letting juries hear these interviews and you start, playing their confessions, they're going to go, okay, well, we don't know where the child's at, of course, but you people have something to do with it, and they're going to convict them. I truly believe that.
Did they dig up the whole backyard?
They dug up the whole backyard, yes.
Yeah, that's what
every bit of it. So, I mean, they dug up tons and tons of dirt. They were dumping it into trucks, and then once they dug it all up and there was nothing there, then they had to put it all back.
Did they take the vehicle, impound any of the vehicles?
That I don't know. I think they had sold some of the vehicles and they got repoed right after Michael Monkey Vaughan went missing.
Because those vehicles would have told the story.
I'm pretty sure that the red Blazer got repoed. So I'm sure they at some point had access to it. So I don't truly know though. Let me finish internet stuff. They watching all his interviews and what he's saying. And
the power steering fluid was always leaking. So we had to put more in there all the time.
Because Stacy had said you guys basically left the house and not even out of the neighborhood. You had to stop to put power steering fluid in the.
We did. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, we had to stop right there. Right. We usually, whenever I have to do something where I'm driving right that spot, I pull over to the side because there's
y'all can hear me coaching PJ in the back. We keep muting the mic so I can tell PJ because I wanted her to say that they stopped the vehicle, right? Because Stacy said he had pulled over, the power steering was leaking.
He basically said he left the
and
house
he seen the kid.
Right, but instead of filling it up before he left the driveway, he literally pulled out, drove like a foot, and then was like, oops, we need power steering fluid.
Yeah.
And that's where he said he saw the kid.
So the male voice you hear in the background is me.
I think they got it.
Yeah. Basically what you're hearing in the background is me telling PJ, ask her this, right? Go here with it, right? Because I'm trying to get to her to say she pulled over and she's seen a child also.
And I mean, I didn't lie to her. I told her that you had a channel, that you had decent amount of subs, that I had a small channel, that you know, whenever we talked about, you know, her man or whatever, I would be like, yeah, my boyfriend's over here doing something stupid too. Or, you know, like, so like I didn't lie to her.
Yeah, I just wanted to give people, if they're wondering what that noise is in the background, that's me telling PJ, like, you know, trying to guide the conversation and to get the information that we want. Like she just said, you know, why would she have stopped? Now she stopped because it needs power steering fluid.
Yeah.
So you're hearing the inconsistencies in it. It's just me trying to catch her in a lie, you know, and making her backtrack and go, oh yeah, I did.
She forgot about that.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But you did stop and you was on 8th Street.
Exactly.
Okay. So you were there. So that's where I was trying to get. All right.
PJ was supposed to turn Dolly down in the background.
Well, she muted me, so Sarah couldn't hear me. Only PJ could hear me.
You could hear my phone does the
yeah. So when I would like wave to her, like mute yourself, and then I would tell PJ like go here with it, right? So let's get back to it.
Like a big field of what do you call it? Different plants. I don't know if it's alfalfa or what they grow there, but there's a huge field right there of like growing stuff. But we just stopped there to do the power steering. I forgot all about it.
Did you see the kid that Stacy? Because Stacy said he saw a kid playing. Did you see the kid?
No. I didn't see any children.
See, she's way smarter. See, she thought about it and she said, "Nope, I didn't see no kid." She's not going to admit to shit.
Nope.
So when I was listening to her, I knew she was a smarter criminal than Stacy, because Stacy his mouth moved faster than his brain. This woman is more methodical, and she thought about it. She said, "No." And I mean, you could tell she was thinking about the question.
And I sometimes, you know, when you go up and down that road, there's usually children going up and down that road because there's 2 HOAs, and each HOA has an entrance, and you have to walk out of and drive out of that side of the entrance. You can't like go out any other entrance. So there's people that walk between that neighborhood and our neighborhood on a normal basis. Like that's just the routine for walking.
Why did Stacy say that Michael was in your backyard?
Yeah, I don't know why he said that, because he's crazy. Because Michael was never in our backyard, not even once. Like, I don't even know where he got that from.
Yeah, because he said that on a couple of different live streams on YouTube, and then he said that he made it up.
He did. He made it up. That is a for sure thing.
I don't think that's helping him out.
No, it's not. It's not helping. It's not helping any of us. But you know,
No problem, Kelly. We're glad we can help you. We hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. We're going to be giving a few more Thanksgiving dinners out tomorrow night. But thank you for taking part and being here, and we're glad we could help you.
I'm going to hit the bathroom. I'll be right back.
What?
So I got to hit the bathroom. I'll be right back.
All right, mute. Mab sits when he pees. I'm kidding.
With everybody that has freaking herpes.
Yeah,
right?
He did.
Yeah, well, I confronted him about that, and I was like, why did you tell people that I have herpes? And
that is crazy. Telling people she has. You know, the weird thing about it is like, I hate to stop this on y'all, but she does some weird things. Like if you notice between her fingers, it's all like black and stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
She has a nervous reaction to where she takes ink pens and she stabs herself in the hands between her fingers. So it looks like she got all this herpy looking stuff between her hands, but it may be something like that. I ain't saying she does have herpes, right? She admits, she does have herpes, and that means Brandon Shirtliff was sleeping with her. That most likely he has it. Stacy has it. That's why you just don't sleep with random people. And it ain't, but she does stab herself between the fingers with ink pens, like in the webs of your hand right here. She's stabbing herself with ink pens, and it's all these black spots, and it looks like herpes.
It looks like a disease.
Yeah, it looks like a
you're still on
disease,
panel,
but she's
Tony.
doing this out of a nervous reaction and stabbing herself in the hands. It's crazy.
He said because I was angry. So he just said it out of anger. On a national thing, so that everybody in the whole country knows that I have herpes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she does have herpes.
I thought she did. I thought that was a known thing.
No, I mean, she's saying,
yeah.
now, now everybody in the country knows I have herpes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, she and she's sleeping just with everybody too. I mean, maybe that's why you got herpes, woman.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not really nice. And then he's telling you that he still loves you while he's talking on all these YouTube.
All right, let me address this because this is the second time I've seen this. I think monkeys in the river by their house. I pray to God that's not the case, because you would never find him in that river. The Snake River sits right behind their house, and the currents in that water are so damn strong. Like in my intro, when y'all see me looking in the bush and walking down to the edge of the water, that's the Snake River that I'm standing in from. Even when I'm on that bridge, I'm standing on the bridge that goes over the Snake River.
That's a big ass river.
Yes, and the current in it is so strong, it would pull you miles and miles and miles away from there.
Channels about how you're crazy and you've got herpes and you were sleeping with Brandon and all that other stuff. And I mean, I don't know.
No, cold sores are a different type of herpes. She has sexually transmitted herpes. It ain't the same. There's a couple different types of that virus, and she has the sexually transmitted version of that virus. A cold sore is a form of that, but it's not the same. It's not like you carry it forever. Regular like sexual transmitted disease virus you carry for your whole life. That herpes is just like a cold sore.
I'm happily ignorant of any type of herp.
Yeah, there's a couple different types. Normally, everybody gets a cold sore. I mean, sometime in your life, you're eventually going to. You've never had a cold sore?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, if I get really sick and run a high fever, I will get a cold sore. But
I've never had one.
You haven't either? Okay, well, it ain't nothing. It's a normal part of life. Usually you got to be sick and running a fever, and you can get a cold sore. But yeah, there's two different types, and one is a normal one where you can go to the store and buy some what is that stuff, Blistex, and put on your mouth and it'll go away. And the other stuff is near your genitals.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? It ain't the same as on your lip. I mean, you can get it on your lip from that type of stuff too, but if you're just getting something on your lip, that's a cold sore. That's totally different than sexually transmitted herpes, right? And like a fever blister, yeah, cold sore, fever blister. That's what people call them anyway, cold sores. But it's basically a fever blister. Like I have to be running a fever of like 103, 104, and I'll get a cold sore every now and then.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then he was talking about how he used to be angry and he used to beat people up. And then I'm thinking like, dude, is he somebody that could hurt somebody?
Yeah, he used to be like that before he met me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's scary. Like, I don't know.
Here's my thing, not to pause again, but I had to. Yeah, it's like Jody said, it's herpes simplex 1 versus 2. There's different strands of it that cause the cold sore or the common cold sore or the genital areas. Like I'm not a doctor, I'm not no expert, but I know it's 2 different things. He
Okay.
sat there on that police interview, and we watched it yesterday. And he said he can beat people up, right? He used to be mean and do all this stuff, rob people, beat people up, but he can't dig a hole. He said, "Look, I can't dig a hole. Look at the shape I'm in."
Yeah, but he grew up in what do you call them? Group homes. His adoptive mom put him in group homes because he had too much anger.
Dang.
Spike says one is white, one is green. I mean, I don't know what the difference is. I don't know.
You know, I've seen Stacey make up stories before because there was this girl that was in Montana that he got mad at her, and so he went out of his way to call CPS and on her for her kids, even though she didn't do anything.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he almost got her kids taken from her.
That's terrible.
I know. That's the kind of stuff that happens when you piss him off. He literally will go out of his way to try to destroy you.
Wow.
And I'm no exception because clearly he made it a point to let me know now that he wants to destroy me if I don't comply with whatever he wants. You know, because that's what it's like. Oh, you don't want to do what I want. See, here's the thing: when I got out, because I got out for 3 months, I didn't put any money on his books. I didn't talk to him because my lawyer told me not to do those things. And the pretrial release officer.
Shingles is also a version of it. Jody, I thought that was from chicken pox or the measles, that older people got shingles. And I think you can only get that when you're older. And you have to carry either the chicken pox virus or the measles virus. I'm no expert, I'm no doctor, but that's what I thought.
That I had to check in with every week told me also if he catches me talking to Stacey at that time that I was going to get a parole violation, or a PV or something like it, and have to go back to jail. So I didn't talk to him, and it made him.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Jim. It was from the chicken pox. If you ever had the chicken pox, you carry that virus, and then when you get older, you can get shingles.
I guess there's a shingles vaccine, though.
Is there?
Yeah.
Yeah, shingles is a chicken pox virus, is what people are saying. That's what I thought too. I didn't think it had anything to do with like the herpes.
I never get sick, so I don't know.
Just a warning, guys. None of us are medical experts here, so tonight don't listen to us.
Really angry. Yeah, really angry about that.
Married?
They're still married. You know what makes me angry? We ain't even got 600 likes, and we got 1,100 people.
I have to sit here and listen to my voice.
She knows who she is. Some things that are coming. That's going
too. And he just.
All right, we're gonna tap in on that. Okay, y'all still here with me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, basically, terrible people. She's facing murder charges too. She's been charged in the murder, kidnapping of Michael Monkey Vaughan. Stacey's been charged with the murder, kidnapping Michael Monkey Vaughan. The only two people left is Brandon Shirtliff and
Adrian.
of course, Adrian Lucian. So if I can work everything out, that gives me 30 days before I have to be in Fruitland, Idaho. It possibly could be done. So 15th, 16th, that would be a weekday too, because they don't have court on the weekends, right? So a couple of days during the week. Hotels in that area are pretty cheap. They're not like really expensive because it's in the middle of nowhere.
They already have a trial date set up?
Yeah, 15th, 16th. Hold on one second. Hold it down for me, Mab. I got to answer a call from my daughter.
What do you think, Tony?
Buddy, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Very painful shingles. You got vaccinated. Helena M. just woke up. Hey, Helena. How you doing? Hello, Shauna. Jenna. Jenna Bug, hello. Good to see all you guys down in the chat.
What's going on in California?
Not much. It's been raining like crazy here.
Yeah, I got a, well, mine's a little worse than yours is. You got like a little creek. I got a lake.
I had a lake in my driveway. I had to take my tractor and make a I had to dig a little trench to empty out the lake in my driveway.
Yeah, see, I tried that and it fell right back in within 2 hours. But I ain't got no backhoe or nothing like that. I done it by hand.
I just got the little skid steer.
Let's see, that'd be better than a
Hey,
shovel.
Donna. I did get the wood cut up. Not all of it, though. Had to quit. Started raining too hard.
What are you cutting wood for?
Because he's a lumberjack.
Yeah.
Well, I already knew that.
That was my child. She wants me to go to the movies with her tomorrow.
You gonna take me?
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna see that some movie about magic where they rob banks, but they use magic to do it. Now You See Me or something like that. I forget the name of it, but the first one had like Woody Harrelson and is it not Samuel L. Jackson? Morgan Freeman and Woody Harrelson.
I like Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, so it's one of their movies. It's the third one of a the third movie of the series. So I've seen the first two. So she wants to go see that movie. She bought a popcorn bucket today that you put the popcorn in it and then you open it and the popcorn disappears.
That's strange.
Yeah, she's been collecting these movie buckets like that. It's the big thing now. It's like when they put out a new movie, they put out these popcorn buckets and they're like $30. They're expensive, but she's been collecting them. And so she goes to movie to get the damn, like she went in there and just bought the popcorn bucket. She didn't even go to the movie. She just went in and bought the bucket. Right. So she was showing me the bucket. Yeah, she was showing. We were going to see the movie tomorrow, but she didn't want the popcorn buckets to sell out, so she went early and just went in there and bought a popcorn bucket.
So, popcorn bucket, a large soda, and a couple candy bars. You're out $50.
Like $100 to go to the movies. It's expensive. I took Tiff to see that Lilo and Stitch because when she was a baby, I used to always. She had this Lilo toy that she would always play with. Stitch, not Lilo's the little girl. But she would always play with this Stitch toy. And, the crazy thing is, let me share the story. This is some family stuff. As a little girl, if you couldn't find this Stitch toy, Tiffany would cry for like ever until you found it. She couldn't sleep without it, right? So time goes on and Tiff turns into like a teenager. She's probably like, I don't know. No, she's in her 20s, right? So I'm out one night and I see this big Stitch toy. So I'm like, I'm going to buy it for Tiffany, right? So I go to Tiff and I'm like, Tiff, I got you something and you're going to love it, right? So I get her this big Stitch thing and she's like, why would you give this to me? Right? And I was like, you don't remember the toy you had as a baby? She's like, no. Like, no. I was like, well, look. I used to search all over the house for this damn thing or you couldn't sleep. And I thought she would remember it, but she didn't. And then so she calls her mom and says, Mom, did I used to sleep with a Stitch toy? And her mom's like, yeah, every night. So now Tiff is like, she kept it. Now she gets it. So when I went to the movie, I took her to see, we went and watched Lilo and Stitch together, like just a few months ago.
We used to watch Lion King all the time.
Yes, I thought she would remember that all that crying and stuff she did of carrying that thing around for years. She had no clue. She didn't even remember it. I was like, damn. I thought I was doing something that she would think, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. Well thought out dad move, but Yeah, she
Yeah.
didn't even remember. It wasn't even important. I was like, okay, but it was important to me because I remember it. You
What
know.
about Bob the Builder? Anything there, Bob the Builder?
Well, she's a little girl. How many little girls are watching Bob the Builder there, Tony?
Well, because they have Wendy in there too.
Oh, I never watched Bob the Builder. I don't know.
Oh,
I was
dude, I've
stuck
got
with
a whole collection.
Tiff,
Okay, what
like
about
Dora the
the
Explorer. Dora the Explorer,
And-
because Tiff's half Mexican, so she loved Dora the Explorer.
and Diego?
And she watched Lilo and Stitch, Dora the Explorer, and she loved some damn Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
Tiff
Oh,
says
Lord,
she
that
still
drove
has
me
it.
nuts.
Right there. See? Okay, she's here. She said she still has it.
That drove me nuts.
He still has it.
Hannah
Hey,
Montana.
Tiff.
The Little
Oh, what about
Stitch.
Thomas the Train? What about Thomas the Train?
No, we wasn't never big on Thomas the Train.
Oh man, that was a good one.
So, no, it wasn't all her cartoons, but she liked SpongeBob, which I like SpongeBob, so that wasn't bad. I think as an adult, anybody can watch SpongeBob. I think it's kind of made for everybody, but them few cartoons. Okay, I don't want to get too off track. We still got one more thing to go over. They've been searching for Jack and Lily again, and I want to play this video real fast before I forget, because I wanted to touch in on that before I got out of here tonight, and we've already been here almost 2 hours, so we don't have long left. So let me pull this video up for you guys. And they found something.
And the fact that it's found in the water down.
And it's weird. They found this box where people go to and they take stuff from it. Now, I've never heard of this. Now, PJ was telling me that this is one of these things that people do. They have like a box that they hide somewhere and different people go to it.
Yeah.
And they put something in it.
Thing.
Yeah, and then they take something out of it. Well, this box had the signature of Daniel Martell, the stepdad, well, the boyfriend of Jack and Lily's mom, Malaya Brooks, in it, which was odd as shit. But I mean, that's weird to me. I don't know if that's weird to anybody. But they found this downstream in the river. I don't jump into it. Yeah, hold on, I'm about to go over it.
And the fact that it's found in the water downriver, yeah, it's just strange. It's strange. So we're organizing a search for Jack and Lily Sullivan. We are relying on community members to come and join those efforts. We're going to offer like a little bit of shooting from the hip training on walking along looking for evidence. We've had about 40 people volunteer, but overnight you've had some people drop out. So I would be over the moon if 30 people showed up. Your safety does come first. We are looking for the kids, but your safety comes first. I would say mostly family and friends. And then there's just like concerned members of the community that wanted to get involved and help search. And this is their opportunity to get that. We were not going to get involved. We were trying to stay far away from this because we felt that the RCMP were heavily involved. Search and rescue was heavily involved. They were doing a bang up job from what we could see from the outside looking in. And, as soon as you start having conversations with the family, when any family member fills out an intake with please bring me home, we always get involved in some capacity. We never say no. Of course, it's sad we're going to search for 2 missing kids, but I think that the community and the family coming together to do this effort and a crew coming from Ontario is hopefully overpowering that somberness. Okay, Mikey, we're going. You guys good?
Okay, Spike.
Describe how the day's been going so far.
It's been a wee bit stressful. Just trying to manage from the outside to make sure that the searchers are safe, and there's 6 groups, so it's a lot of moving around and making sure that they're okay. Like I've had to get 2 people out who needed to go out because it was too much for them. So that's been a little bit difficult to manage. And then just with the cell service and the walkie-talkies not working properly, it's been really difficult. But I know where everybody is now, and we've only got a couple hours left of sunlight, so we're ahead of the game. There has been some items located that would initially be items of interest. So it looked to be like a boy's t-shirt we had located. We sent that to the RCMP. They're going to connect with family to see if it appears familiar. At this time, it doesn't appear to be a familiar shirt. We found like a box with some people's names in it that are interesting that we're going to turn over to the RCMP.
Hmm.
They're actually on.
See his name up there?
Yeah.
That's weird, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
Downstream in the river, they find a box with his name in it.
I know they have like kind of games with the geolocation where you,
yeah, that's what PJ was saying, that it's a geolocation box.
where it's hidden in a certain spot and they give you clues.
Yeah, and you find it and you put something in it and take something out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird.
That's weird that Daniel's name would be in there.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I was like, okay, that's a little odd, a little strange about this box with his name. A little odd, I would think.
Yeah.
And, so far they haven't found, no signs of these kids, but you got to remember at this amount of time, if they had done fell in that water, they would be skeletons. And, water will actually break your bones apart.
If it's sufficient current.
Yeah. Like your joints will be gone. So your bones won't even be connected to each other. You'll be all individual bones.
Yeah, because all your joints is cartilage.
Yeah. So they'll come apart over amount of time in the water, just like if you slow cook food. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the kind of the same thing of letting things sit in the water, and like if you're in the water, you may not be like usually if people like tie cinder blocks to you and they throw you in the water, like tie it to your legs, your upper half of your body will eventually surface.
Yeah.
Because it'll break apart because
the gases inside will cause flotation.
Yeah, and not only that, did you know that when you bloat in the water, that even if somebody tied a cinder block to you, that the gas will actually pull the cinder block up?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't. You think you could tie? I mean, if you tie a couple cinder blocks to you, it'll hold you down. But basically, a full-grown man, you tie one cinder block to them, they'll float up to the top and be dragging the cinder block.
Yeah, especially in salt water because it's more buoyant.
Yeah, so I was like, wow, because I learned that in the Riley Strain case. They said even if he was tied down to something, he would still surface, but your body will actually break apart from the water. And remember when the boy fell in the manhole? What was that boy's name? Remember his hand was in the basket, but the rest of his body was still in the pipe.
Yeah.
Remember he was walking from his house and he fell into a manhole.
Yep.
That was the one that TikTok Tony was involved in.
Right. Caleb Harris.
That's it. He's the one that fell into the manhole. And then when they went down into that water basin to clean it out, they found his hand.
I just did a recent show on Riley Strain. Second autopsy that found astronomical levels of GHB in his system.
I wouldn't doubt it because he was tore up from the floor up, and you never know. In the clubs.
Have you heard of that? This thing about Garth Brooks being a serial killer?
Garth Brooks? No, I ain't never heard of Garth Brooks.
No, but
I even heard this dude was trying to tie Garth Brooks to Riley Strain's disappearance. It was on Sean Ryan or something. I don't know. I think it was on Sean Ryan's show. They had an author that wrote a book.
Yeah, I doubt that
all of these
Garth
people
Brooks is a serial killer.
And they tracked Garth Brooks' movements through all his tours and everything. And it was like a spider web that all pointed towards him.
I did hear about that, but I heard something worse.
I ain't never heard that. I'm gonna have to look that up tonight when I go to bed because I watch UFO and conspiracy stuff late at night. Yeah, I've never heard that rumor that Garth Brooks is a serial killer.
It was trippy. This guy who wrote a whole book about it.
Damn, I ain't heard nothing. I haven't heard nothing about that.
I had just done the video on Riley Strain, and then I watched that, and I was like, wait a minute, should I do a follow up?
I've been watching a bunch of videos on human consciousness.
Yeah.
Right. Because I've been running out of alien videos to watch because I've been watching alien videos for the last 2 years. So I don't really have nothing. And I've seen them all, but I've kind of moved into this whole human consciousness where your spirit goes when you go to sleep kind of thing. So I've been watching all this stuff on human consciousness,
astral projection and stuff.
Astral projection, the Matrix, stuff like that. And it'll make you think, it's like, whoa, that's crazy, right? Some of the things that people say, but yeah, I haven't heard about Garth Brooks being a serial killer. We'll have to look that up tonight. I swear I am. As soon as I get off of here. All right, let me finish this video.
Duty today, so just in the event that we do find something, and they were very interested in the box that we found with the certain names in it that I can't say, but they're interested in that, and the fact that it's found in the water, downriver, and yeah, it's just strange. It's strange. We're going to go and just check in with 2 of the search teams. This is a rickety road we're going to be going down to reach them, though. Likely going to be picking up 2 of them to come back to vehicles so that they can come and the rest of them can get picked up.
I'm good. Anyone want out of this? Good.
Okay. So just continue on then. So you guys are going to go to the pipeline, or sorry, it is the pipeline trail, and then walk on the opposite side of the woods. It's a pretty thick trail. And then I guess just follow along the water. Do you guys think, see what time you're at when you get to the water, though? Because you'll see you're still.
Yeah, I got you.
You're got a ways up here to go and down there. So, and I want to start really getting people out by 4.
Yeah. What time is it now?
2. Yeah, 2 hours.
Hold on. Let me kick Lizzie out. Lizzie, you got to go. We don't got this is an update that they found the box, but since she's being so ignorant, and you want to say something stupid, you got to go. Boom, ban user, delete their comment. So you the hell up out of here. She said there's no real update. You're grifting off of something. And I was like, okay, well, you ain't been here long enough to listen to what we even talking about. And it's a new search. There's people. So there is an update. So
we got to stop all this damn grifting.
Don't let the door hit you in the ass. Right, Lizzie? Lizzie Joe, right? You're probably more of a Joe than a Lizzie. Get your Antifa ass out of here. All right. So yeah, bye, Joe. We will miss you. Okay. I'll wake up tomorrow sad that I had to kick you out. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't stream without Lizzie Joe. Go on, right? Go on. Go get your news from a Krama channel. All right, so that's how them Krama people be acting. They got no class. Go watch the trailer park.
This by far has been the most difficult to manage during the search because you're having to check in with each team every 30 minutes. Thank you for letting the 20 months. Things come up. You have to go and talk to property owners who are upset that we're there.
I will have you charged for trespassing. Do it.
This has been by far one of the more difficult ones to manage from a safety perspective. Now that I've been here, I'm even in my own mind trying to comprehend how it can be possible that these kids wandered off and they haven't been found, especially after being in there and seeing all the flagging tape and hearing from all the property owners that we spoke with what the searching has been done. I'm having a really hard time fathoming that probability now that I've seen it for myself.
And what makes you say that?
Many things, but I think most importantly it is the amount of effort that search and rescue has put forward to try and find these kids and how quick they were able to start that process. I just find it.
Dolly's on a roll tonight. People just think they can come in and say anything they damn want. Usually I don't read the chat, but tonight I just happen to be reading it. You know what I'm saying? So you think you can say some slick shit? You can, as I kick you out the room. Like people act like they gotta be here. Listen, you don't gotta be here if you're hateful and mean. Carry your ass. I didn't ask you to come watch me. right? I didn't force anybody to click on the video. I didn't come to your house and grab your hand and be like, click on this video right now, or you have 30 seconds to live.
If you're going to chat
You
something nice or don't chat at
Yeah,
all.
that's like coming up with somebody and just saying something mean that you don't know. Like, I don't know that lady, right? I don't have no clue to who Lily Joe even is. Like, to come in and say something mean like you know me, or you ain't gave us time to get to what's going on, and you're like, there's no update.
Yeah.
We're sitting here playing the update.
Dolly.
Yeah.
Garth Brooks has an alter ego named Chris Gaines. He made a whole album under that name, and it was trippy because
it's a rock star.
You remember that?
Yeah, he's a rock star. Chris Cagle.
No, Chris
or
Gaines.
Chris Gaines. Gaines,
okay.
right?
He totally.
Yeah, he's got long hair like me, a bald face, but long hair like me, black hair, jet black hair. It's a wig, you can tell. But yeah, he came out. He quit as Garth Brooks and came back as Chris Gaines, and came out with a rock and roll album, and it actually went. I think it went platinum.
I don't know, but it sounds.
I don't know that much about Garth Brooks to know, but I will definitely check out The Conspiracy later.
Right.
Well, I heard it's a lot worse than him being a serial killer. I heard it's a lot worse than that.
Okay. Like I said, I'll check it out. But you hear this guy, he don't believe these kids. He's the searcher that's leading the search party there in Nova Scotia right now. He don't believe the kids went into the woods, and he's the one searching.
I don't either.
Right? So, I mean, so the newest update in this is they have been putting search parties together from the community, and the community is once again back out there searching, and this is going to be their last search for winter, and then they're going to come back after winter and search some more. So that is the update on Jack and Lily, right?
Box in the water is trippy because they don't put those in the water.
And we're not going to get to Sebastian Rogers tonight. We'll save that for tomorrow because we spent so much time on the Michael Monkey Vaughan stuff that I doubt we've already been here 2 hours, and it's already 2:00 in the morning. I
got to get my beauty sleep because I'm going to win Turtle Island tomorrow.
Tomorrow, right, Mab? Are you worried?
Nah, not really.
Okay, confidence. That's a good quality. Tomorrow is the grand finale, 9:00 of Turtle Island.
Kick 'em only or what?
It's kick 'em only.
Oh Lord!
You can't save people in the last game, Mab.
Super chat or is it all? Is there no super chats or
no? There is for the first. You can only buy eggs for the first hour because we don't want eggs to determine the game. Okay.
Well, first hour that could be a big.
It can.
You know, I'm just playing.
It's in the game. Okay, so you know what's going to happen. The first hours, the first hour of the show's going to run longer. So it's going to run 9, 10, 11. It's going to run to midnight.
All right.
So it's an hour longer. Okay, the final's an hour longer, and you can only buy eggs in the first hour.
Got it.
Okay. Now, super chats you'll be able to do in the second hour, but the first hour, we don't want the egg to determine the game. Okay. So the egg is 1 hour. You can super chat the second hour. Third hour is straight phone calls. So that's how it's going to work.
This will be my 5th time in the finals.
5th time in the finals. I wish you luck, man. I do. I wish you luck.
I wish myself luck.
You got Dumpling to go against.
Yep.
You got Miss Ann Horn to go against. You got Cram It, and you got Grizzly's True Crime.
That's a tough list, bro.
I would say your toughest competition. If you me myself, I would say Miss Ann Horn, Dumpling, and Cram It.
Okay.
You know, Grizzly don't play much. She only don't usually have a lot of people there. So I would think your toughest competition, and I don't know how hard Cram It's been playing it with her people, So I would say your toughest two is because all of you guys, like people like love Miss Ann, people love Dumpling, people love you. So I have no clue, but I would think one most likely
A turtle.
a turtle this season. I think. I mean, I ain't no guarantees. It's all about the
I
voting.
agree. I agree.
So I don't know. I wish you guys luck. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
think
I say
game.
the biggest
I
thing
think the
against
only
you is
outsider
Dumpling
to
Miss Ann.
beat. I think the only outsider to beat is Cram-It. I don't
Yeah.
think. Honestly, I don't think enough of Grizzlies people play to make a difference. But I think it'll come down to if Cram-It comes in there and brings all her people, you may have some trouble. And then of course Dumpling and Miss Ann. I think people like you are about the same because all of you guys are from my channel. You know, so y'all all have that same energy. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
All of
know how
y'all.
I made it through the last game. I thought I was gone.
You were almost gone. Soap Cell saved you in the last game.
Really?
Yeah, by like 3 votes.
Oh, geez. I thought I had no idea. When I was flabbergasted that I made it past that.
Yeah. You barely made it in, and the week before that, Dumpling barely made it in. So y'all, it's been close. It's been really close. So I don't know who's gonna win. If it would have been the finals, yes, last time, Dumpling would have won.
All right.
She just had a couple more votes more than you.
But I
because
got my
kicks taken. You got your saves taken away.
yeah, I got my saves taken away. What?
So
twice?
you may it. No, I think once. I think
Once at least.
Yeah. So I don't know.
And then I was tied to Dumpling.
Yeah, and then you were tied to her. So yeah, so it was close. It was really close. So I don't know. It should be fun. It should be fun today to see who wins and who the champion of Turtle Island season 6 is. It's been a long one. It seems to me like it's been long. You know.
Well, yeah, there's 40.
Yeah, but I kicked a lot of people in a lot of shows. So I don't know if it was more shows or less shows. But it seemed like it was longer to me. I don't know why. Because I'm so busy trying to do it, and
yeah,
it just seems longer to me for some reason. I don't know. And more drama because of the drama channels that were involved in it. So
yeah,
now that they pretty much calm down, and I love it. It's a lot more chill, not as chaotic. But I don't know. Yes, the last show was chaotic, so I'm assuming tonight is going to be really effing chaotic. And
yeah.
But let the best person win. You got good odds. You got 1 in 5 chance of winning.
Yeah.
Same thing for Dumpling, and same thing for Miss Ann. No matter which one of you win, I'm proud of you guys for making it that far.
Yeah.
You know, it takes a lot to make it all the way to the end of Turtle Island. So
I think I made the finals every season since the second season.
Yeah, you've done good this season. And like I said, that goes to show that how nice you've been to everybody as a mod in the chat, welcoming, and that shit's paying off to save your ass on Turtle Island. I think
I'm not a mod. I wouldn't know how to do that.
You're not a mod here on my channel, Mab?
No,
I didn't know that.
Might as well make me one. That way I can start kicking people.
So you can start kicking people? You're not a mod. Are you a mod, Tony?
No.
Neither one of y'all are mods.
No.
Oh, damn. I didn't, I honestly didn't know that.
I promise.
It's cool. It's me. I'm good not being a mod. You got
okay.
Good
Well, I'm gonna mod both of y'all up, but tomorrow after the game, you can't be a mod while you're playing. That's why Dumpling lost her wrench because she's in the game.
All right.
Oh, okay.
So you can't be a mod and in the game. But after the game, I can mod.
I can't be in the game anyway. I'm not a YouTuber. I mean, I just got a couple.
I know. I can mod you up. I can't mod Mab up to after the game, but I'm not on the screen to mod you up tonight anyway. But I will do it tomorrow night. I'll mod you guys up. Y'all been here way a long time not to be mods.
I don't know.
I've been here 4 years, been a member for 2.
Yeah, you should have had your mod, Tony.
I don't need to be a mod.
Yeah, I've been here 4 years, been a member for 2.
Yeah. Usually we go by your membership. The longer you're a member, at a certain point, we mod you up. We make it fair. But then if you're a fruitcake, we usually take your mod wrench. It's very rare that we got to take
I
your
didn't
mod
say it
wrench.
wasn't crazy.
Oh, I
I never
know.
said
Like
it wasn't.
long as people, we don't like people to involve in that drama shit and fighting with other channels and stuff. So
Oh,
if you're one of our mods and you do that stuff, we usually take your wrench. It's nothing personal. We can't have you doing that.
I'm not even sure I want a wrench, Dolly.
Okay. Well, if you don't want one, I won't give you one. I'll hit you with one. I'm just kidding. He's like, if I lose tomorrow, I'm going to hate you. But anyway, I'm going to get ready to get out of here.
Yeah.
We'll do Sebastian. We'll discuss the Sebastian stuff tomorrow night.
Sounds good.
Just pray they find Jack and Lily. But like I said, this man here don't even believe they're in the woods. And I think most of YouTube think the family have something to do with this one too. But I am thinking about after Christmas going down and putting a search party together for Sebastian Rogers myself, since nobody else is going to do it.
That's true.
So I'll have to plan that all of December so there's a good turnout for it when I go after Christmas. And I have, but I know a lot of people in Tennessee. I think Tony was there when I was in Tennessee, so I think I can get a good turnout of people to search.
You have to wait till it warms up a little bit, or what?
No, we're gonna do it in the cold. It's better to search in the cold because the trees are dead, the leaves are down.
Definitely.
So we'll put it.
You don't overheat.
Yeah, and then you don't overheat. So we're gonna do it sometime right after Christmas. It's my plan. I am going to let Seth and Chris and Katie know that it's going on, and all of them are more than welcome to join in on it.
That's cool.
So I'll plan it, and I'll reach out to some other groups that do searching this month and see if anybody else wants to get involved at like real searchers and see what we can do to put together. And I'll start doing that like soon as December hits.
You'd always call the Cajun Navy.
Huh? The Raging Cajuns. So yeah, the real ones. It would be good to reach out to the real Raging Cajuns, not the fake ones, and try to bring some people in that really know what the hell they're doing. Some search dogs and things like that. Somebody with boats and side scanning radars, and try to get them. Huh?
Is that even a real group?
What?
Yeah, there is several.
I know the ones that came down, but is there?
Yeah, it's a real group. They do have. Yeah, it's an official group, but it's not the legitimate one. There's a few of them. That was the bad version of it. So we'll try to, we will reach out to some people. I'll even send like damn AWP and shit emails. I mean, I'll try to get a hold of as many people as I can that are in the search and rescue business and see what
Doug
they say.
Bishop.
Huh?
Doug Bishop.
Yeah, or the little dude. What is the dude? Tank that searches. But anyway, there's a few people. We'll reach out to some people as soon as December hits. I'll have PJ all over it. But all right, ma'am. All right, Tony.
Brother.
All right.
All right, man.
All right, peace.
God bless y'all.
All right, peace. And remember, chat, I'm going to need y'all's help. Everybody from the South, right? If you're down near Tennessee, like I said, I'm thinking, and it's not locked in yet, but I'm thinking sometime after Christmas, I'm going to go down there over a weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 3 days of from the morning to the evening, searching for Sebastian Rogers. Oh, Doug Bishop, the EquiSearch guy. I should have knew that. That's, I mean, I don't know if they'll take part. That would be cool. I mean, but we'll reach out to as many people as we can and try to see who we can get to help. And then I'll organize it myself. It's like nobody wants to do it. And I mean, if I could do it every day, I would, but I can't stay down there but for a weekend. So I'll go down there on like a Thursday, fly down, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, search, Sunday night, fly back. So we'll do that right after Christmas, maybe the first, second, or third of the year. So soon as the holidays are over, because everybody parties on New Year's, it's hard to get anybody around Christmas and New Year's because everybody wants to be with their family, of course. So right after that, I think would be the best time. So maybe around the second or the 3rd or the 4th, let's just say the 5th, the weekend of the first week after Christmas or after New Year, the first weekend after New Year, and start 2026 off with a big search for Sebastian Rogers. I think that would be awesome. And let's see what we can do. All right. Thank you, Flippy. Thank you. And thank you guys for being here with me tonight. I will see y'all in the morning when I get my lazy ass up. I'm going to go watch some Netflix. Soap, half off. Dolly rocks. We just added the lotion. If you want Dolly lotion, you better get it while you can. That lotion sells out fast. I made pink sugar. I made love spell. And I made cotton candy. And I can tell you now, I've only made 20 of each one. Well, 18 of each one. So Dolly lotion, best lotion on the planet. And it's going to sell out fast. So get it while you can, because I don't know if I'm going to make any more before Christmas, because I don't have all the stuff in stock to make it. So I made what I could, and I could only make 60 bottles. So I have 60 bottles, 20 cotton candy, 20 love spell, and 20 what else did I say? Cotton candy, love spell, pink sugar, okay, which are our top sellers. That's why I only made those 3. See you guys later. Oh, and promo code for body wash and soap, Dolly Rocks, all capitals, one word, Dolly Rocks. So it's the cheapest it's going to be all year, because we want you guys to have some awesome stocking stuffers and stuff like that. So get the Dolly soap while you can. All right. Nobody else does. Dolly loves you. Peace.